here today with
Jake.
How old are you, Jacob? Just
15.
so we can remember when we watch back later. Okay. So, today Jacob is going to try revisiting the idea of reading a chord chart and playing from a chord chart, which is something we haven't done much, not for a long time. And so I'm going to tell you a few things about chords in general. So right now you said you'd like to learn Imagine by John Lennon because you like the song. And we're trying to find a song that doesn't have too tricky of chords, but that you'll enjoy playing. So I just Googled, Imagine, and that's kind of a common song title. So then I put John Lennon, and then I put chords. So usually you just Google song name, chords. And the nice thing about chord charts is, sorry, I have to put some music on.
Am I going to have to learn how to read that because...
yeah, but it'll be easy for you. Well, it might be easy, I don't know.
Are those different chords?
Uh-huh. It's just like what you've learned to do with music notation, but you just have to, decode, a different nomenclature, I guess you could say. This is actually more similar to, how Baroque musicians used to play because you would get what was called a figured bass, so you just have the melody line, and then the chords would be notated underneath with Roman numerals and Arabic numbers in superscript. And you would just decide what to do with the bass.
Oh.
You would realize the figured bass. When I was writing down what this tutorial was about, I almost put chord chart reading and realization, but I'm like, I guess that probably wouldn't be the right thing for a contemporary practice. We don't say realizing the chord chart, but that's what a Baroque musician would have done. So then by the classical era, people were writing out all the notes usually.
Yeah.
So jazz musicians in the 20th century, and then other genres after that, started using this again, where you just are here's the melody, or maybe you already know the melody, so here are just the lyrics, and here are the chords. So this, what we're looking at right now, where you just have the melody and the lyrics, that is called a chord chart. If you had the lyrics and the chords only, that's a chord chart. If you had the melody notated, and it was just on the treble clef, and then the chords were above, so you have the lyrics and the melody and the chords. Have you ever seen that? That's called a lead sheet. So you get the melody, you know what the melody is. But what I'm going to show you is how you would play piano if someone is singing, or if someone's playing violin. So somebody else has to play the melody, or you have to sing. I'm not going to show you how to play the melody at all. I'm just going to show you how to accompany, because that's easier. So we're going to have this pattern, because it's in 3/4, or I'll show you what we had to do for Down in the Valley. It's left, right, right. Can you do that? Just tap left, right, right up here on the fretboard. So just left, right, right, left, right, right. And that's if you're in 3/4 times. So do it a few more times. Left, right, right, left, right, right. Oh, sorry. And then you just pick the chord that you're going to play, and you follow the pattern. Because I don't have to save it to my phone that way and upload it later and then remember to delete it. But here, you can only see your hands. Ah! Okay, so with your left hand, the way I'm going to show you the simplest way possible first. If you put your hand in C position like this. So you would just play, if the chord said C, like it does here in this first song, you would play just the root of the chord with your left hand like this. And then you play the whole chord with your right hand. And so since we're in the key of C, the tonic chord is C, which means we're going to play in root position, which means fingers 1, 3, and 5, and then 2 and 4 we won't be using. So you'll be like this on the C chord with your right hand. So take your right hand, and then you play C, E, G. So you go left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right. And then you can put your right foot on the damper pedal down here. And so you can just put the pedal down when you play the root of the chord and then hold the pedal till you change chords, which we're not going to do right now. So just hold the pedal down and play a few. Foot together. Good. And then the thing you have to do is change chords sometimes. So to play a G chord, you would just play G with your left hand, and then you'll play, it's like the I love you in sign language. That's the position for a first inversion right hand chord. 1, 2, 5. Yep, just like that. So you play G, 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 G. So left hand, right, right. But well, don't play it that way, obviously. Just like with a good hand position. I was just trying to make it. And so you could switch back and forth. You could go down in the valley, valley so low, because it changed to the G chord. So could you try? And oh, use your pedal. But so you have to hold the pedal down all the way till you get. I'm just gonna get like all the way till you get to the chord change and then you lift. Okay. So stay on the C for a second. I'll sing and see if you can tell when to change. So give me a few measures so I can tell what key to come in with since I'm the singer. Down in the valley, not yet. Keep going, keep going. On a C. Valley so low, right. Hang your head over, not yet. Hang, you're the wind, and then below, right. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, you catch on to it pretty easily. Not everybody does. So that's exciting. So are the trade-offs for a chord chart. You have to kind of Google around like this. And so like this song here, it's like some person maybe in a basement somewhere just like uploads these to, I like Ultimate Guitar a lot. So they'll just upload this chord chart and it might be perfect, but it might be terrible. And the things that could be terrible would be like, see the C, maybe the C chord actually aligns with the second syllable of the word or something. And that often is the case with chord charts. Like they're not accurate, like they have mistakes. So you have to have the ear to be able to tell like, oh, that C chord goes over here or whatever. But the upside is it's free. You just like find it online for free. You don't have to buy a book. And it's a really great ear training exercise. So, but that whole, like the chords not being over the right syllable all the time is kind of frustrating for people. I'm going to show you one more step since that came really easily to you. This is like, I actually skipped several steps and you did just fine because I figured you'd be fine. So you can play the root with the left hand as an octave. And so instead of doing just the one note, you can go like that. Okay, so see if you can do that. Keep your wrist curved, or your knuckles curved, and then try switching. It is a lot harder because you have to leap with your left hand. No, because you're going to G, from C to G.
From C.
Yeah, so you'll go C, left, right, right, left, right, right, G. Right. And then the other thing you might have is if you're playing in 4/4 time, then you just play left, right, left, right. So try that a few times.
Left, right, left,
Left,
right.
right, left, right. So, but play the C chord over and over. That's back to 3. You're doing 1, 2, 3. So you have to go left, right, and stay on the same chord. So play the same thing. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Yeah. And now I'll sing a different one, but play so you can kind of feel how that is in 4. So start with a C chord and keep the pedal down. Left, right, left, right, left, right. Oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my darling Clementine. Oh, that one's in 3 too. Sorry, I picked a bad example. So another alteration, like there's so many alterations, but that sounds kind of lame, right? Like that sounds really basic to just go left, right. So you could do left, right, right, right. So try that. Left, right, right, right. 1, 2, but use the whole octave. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or you can play right on beat 1 as well. So try it that way. Perfect. And now try playing an F chord because we haven't done that.
So F, that's
that
B
you'll
flat,
do in
right?
second inversion. No, that the key of F would have a B flat. But you'll play in second inversion, and then you'll play the F with the left hand in octaves. 2, 3, 4. Good. Now go back to C, and I'll sing a little bit of Amazing Grace. Oh no, that's in 3 too. I can't think of anything in 4/4 time. Oh, You went back to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try going to the 4 chord. Or the F chord, sorry.
Oh,
You don't know what a 4 chord is yet, I think. F. And see how you don't, as long as you use the inversions of the chords, you don't have to like move your hand and then go to a G chord sometimes. Yeah. Good. Oh, I know. I think Old MacDonald. Go back to the C chord. I think that one's in. Yeah. So go to the C chord. MacDonald had a farm. E-I. Oop. G chord in the right hand if you're playing a G chord in the left.
Right.
And on that farm he had a. What do you think it changes? Try an F because it's going to be either C, F, or G. So try an F because you've tried G and C and those both sounded a little weird. This one, this one, this one. Yep. And then back to the C. Good. Yeah. Good. And now I'll show you one more thing. This is what people really love to hear for some reason. This is like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So only the pinky on 1 of the left hand. I don't know if you can see. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, but with the pedal down. Want to give it a try?
Sure.
People love when you do that with your thumb. But go play in the middle C, like that. Like bring your right hand into C4, yeah, and use your pedal. It won't sound as good without the pedal. Right, F chord. I know that one's the newest, but. And try it. Don't let yourself use alternative fingerings for the chord inversions. This is F. Like these two have to be for F. Like that. And it's 1, 3, 5 for C, 1, 3, 5 for F, and then 1, 2, 5 for G. And you're not really allowed to change that. Like the 1, 4, and 5 chord fingers. Because that way you don't have to move your hand if you don't want to. Yep. You're already finding ways to cheat. Good for you. And so this chord chart that we're looking at, like for your very first song, we want something pretty simple.
So not something like this.
This might be okay. It looks like
What
those are called slash chords. So I think it's different for guitar, which I don't really know because I never played off a chord chart with guitar. I only played off of sheet music. But like the E on the right side of the slash is what your left hand will play, which is confusing for piano, and then the A minor on the left side is what your right hand will play, which creates a dissonant sound. So here, let's swap for a second because this part I'll just have to show you. That creates a really interesting sound. Usually you can use that to create a walking bass line because you see it says F, E, D, and then this next slash chord is C. So you're not playing an F chord, an E chord, an D chord, an A, and a C chord. So it's like, how can you get this nice like walking bass line, but still play the chord progression we need? And so you can use a slash chord. That's like a slang term. You can use a slash chord to be able to have the walking bass line. So you can go. Right? Yeah, so it's like the right hand right here just played an F chord and an A minor chord, which is almost the same thing as an F chord. You just have to change the F to an E because the A and the C are common tones between the two chords. And then the one after that's a D minor 7, which, see this? This is an F chord. This is the D minor 7. You just add the D. Everything else is already there. So it's a really, what Bach would call smooth voice leading that the Beatles used here, or John Lennon, whoever wrote it, because you have common tone here, only one pitch changes when you change chords. So if like a soprano is singing this note, she would have a common tone from the one beat to the next. That's really smooth. And so for piano, that's really smooth because you don't have to move your fingers around. So instead of like C, A minor, F, all in root position, which sounds bad too. Like, so it sounds bad, but it's also easier to play if you do it this way. So you're like F, A minor, D minor 7, back to F, and you add that in with the left. I can't really see, my contacts are so blurry, sorry. And that's kind of the hardest part of the whole thing. You would have a lot of chords to learn, but it's kind of fun because you can play along with the track. So it's like, I don't really know this song that well, but it's like, imagine all the people, something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
Sharing the world. I don't really know what the melody is there, but anyways. I think that might be a mistake, Poo. That sounds a little funny, but like, you see how easy it like kind of can fit together if you just know all the parts. So do you want a song like this that's going to be a little harder because you could do it.
A little harder would be nice.
It has several chords you'd have to learn, but like that'll be pretty easy.
Chord chart at home.
But you have to know which inversion to use. But if you can bring it next week, I can like circle, or I can write it in on the chord chart for you.
Okay.
Okay, so then the next step, which we can't use this for, we have to, or I guess I can because I have to use my laptop. I don't know if you'll watch this later and if it will be helpful to you or not, but like, this is the next step though, is to check if the key of the chord chart that you found online for free happens to match the original recording of this song.
The actual song.
So let's see. Will it play over the speaker so I can hear it really well? See, this is the problem. I have my laptop on silent. Oh, I guess that doesn't work on a computer, only on the phone. Okay, so I'll check. So to do that, you just play the recording you're hoping to be in the same key with, and use your ears to hear if what you're playing matches. What is this? Why are they just walking around? Okay, so let's see. I usually play it really loud so I can hear.
Imagine there's no heaven. See if you try.
See all of this? Do you see that it's the same thing over and over again? So watch my hand. Here's the C, and C, and then that we just did.
Imagine
I lost my place. And this is
all
that part.
Imagine there's no country.
So you see how it just fits together if you have enough of an ear to be able to tell where each thing belongs, and they match. And this does match, so that's lucky, because sometimes the original song is in a difficult key to play, but a nice key for the lead singer's voice or something like that, and people are like, oh, I want to play this, but I'm not going to play it in like D flat major, no thank you. So they'll like change the key to D major or C.
Yeah.
And it's much easier to play, but then you can't play along with the track, and that's not as much fun. So it's nice if you can find, at least for your first try at learning how to play off of a chord chart, if you can find a song that isn't too hard to play and also the chords match the song, because playing along with the song is so fun.
Yeah.
Like, could you see it? Like, it's so fun. And once you learn how to do this, like, you don't really have to practice the song. As long as you have some idea of what it sounds like, it's just doing the same thing over and over, like for every kind of song that uses this style. There's more patterns I could show you, but that's like several basic ones that you can use. Like, you could just know that, and you could play almost any song you hear on the radio.
Yeah.
That's not 100% true, but kind of. Do you have any questions about any of it?
Nope.
Okay, great. So, I'll maybe like write this in. Do you have some songs ready to pass today? Because we could do.
Maybe.